Welcome to the Noca News Network. I'm Ricky French. And as always, I'm here with Mr. Dan Colley.
I'm not saying nothing this time.
Oh, Dan's upset. This is our second attempt at an intro to the show. The first one, Dan attempted to convince me that he was a master of impressions, and it went so poorly that I said we had to start over. And now he's pouting about it.
I feel slighted, sir.
I'm sure you do.
I feel like you have besmirched my good name.
I felt slighted when you were rattling off, three different accents that you said were all various places in the world.
Yeah.
And then really they were just Jewish, Bostonian, and some amalgam of Australian and British. That's all you got. Believe me, I've done enough episodes of this to know that already.
My Boston impression is flawless.
No. No. It sounds like an incredibly confused JFK. Is all that we get out of that. Now this
my head hurts.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, Mr. President.
Ballad.
Yeah, okay. It's enough. I'm going to make you start it again if you keep up your shit.
All right.
Okay. We need to get to the actual show, and you know why?
No.
It's because
no one knows why we actually do the show, so go ahead.
That is a fair point.
Yeah.
But I believe I've stumbled onto the most Noca news-worthy story that we've ever done on the show.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
I'm going to start it by reading the headline. Man,
that's a good idea.
I usually don't. We usually don't.
No, but I think this time it warranted.
Man's penis rots after being bitten by a snake while sitting on a toilet in South Africa. That's got all the greatest hits in there. There's penis.
Yes. Yeah.
There's
big on this show.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, not big. I mean, decent size, I guess.
Yeah, it depends on who you ask.
I've been told it's a good size. It's your way of being nice.
Yeah, personal experience may vary on that.
Yeah,
it's true. Eye of the beholder type thing. There, the penis. There's snake attack, which also comes up quite frequently.
Yes, animal attacks. Yes,
and then a toilet, which is not only literally mentioned but also sort of figurative when it comes to
pretty potty humor here.
Show,
yeah, sure.
A Dutch man.
By the way, I can do a South African impression too.
Can you?
Yeah,
please.
Rugby.
Yeah, that would. Yeah.
Apartheid.
Okay, stop it. Apartheid. Oh God, it's going to be one of those. A Dutch man had to undergo reconstructive surgery on his penis after a cobra bit his manhood during a safari trip in South Africa, causing it to rot.
Well, that's what he gets for being there.
It's a little cold-blooded of you.
Yeah, he's Dutch, fucking.
Speaking of cold-blooded, the 47-year-old victim suffered scrotal necrosis, which I don't know if they're touring anymore, but I really loved seeing that band.
Yeah, they once opened for Obituary, I think.
Yeah. He suffered scrotal necrosis after the cold-blooded serpent, which was lurking in the toilet bowl.
Yeah, you always gotta check the toilet bowl to see what's lurking in there before you go.
Yeah, attacked his, junk, according to Urology Case Reports.
Ricky, if I had $1 for every time I had my junk attacked by a cold-blooded serpent, I'd have $1. But I had to give that $1 to the cold-blooded serpent,
along with many others.
Yeah, I think she's used it to buy a RV.
In what the medical journal described as the first case of snouted cobra envenomation of the genitals, which sounds like a hell of a weekend, the unidentified man had to wait 3 hours before he was flown by helicopter to the nearest trauma center 220 miles away.
And I imagine the conversation was something like this: "My fucking dick."
Only more Dutch. Not that you could do that accent, but
What do Dutch people say?
yeah, exactly. His penis and scrotum were noted to be swollen, deep purple in color.
With smoke on the water.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And painful on hospital admission. Yeah, I would guess.
Did smoke in the water? Wasn't it actually done in Switzerland?
I don't know.
Ain't that the story of the song?
That's a tangent that we don't need to go down. I did a Deep Purple show once. But
Did you?
Yeah.
They do smoke on the water?
Yeah, of course they do.
For like an hour?
What else would they do? Scrotal necrosis.
Space trucking?
Scrotal necrosis was diagnosed. How many times can I say scrotal necrosis?
Have you ever done a scrotal necrosis show?
They opened that Deep Purple show, by the way.
That's
As a
an
matter of
odd
fact.
pairing.
Yeah.
It's like Tammy Wynette opening up for Primus.
Yeah, right. Or Suzanne Vega opening for Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
You
Weird too.
Let's see. Scrotal necrosis was diagnosed, and he received multiple doses of a non-specific snake venom anti-serum and broad-spectrum antibiotics, according to the medical report. Maybe they should have got a little more specific with that snake venom anti-serum. The man reported vomiting and a burning sensation,
Yeah.
as well as a pain that shot up from his groin into the abdomen and upper chest. The scrotal necrosis was reported to involve the entire fascia. That means all of the skin on his nugget pouch.
Yeah.
The defect in the penile shaft was treated by superficial debridement and a vacuum-assisted closure pump. So
I swear, baby, it's not mine.
yeah, it wasn't his bag, but he had to use it
That's
anyway.
right. It's not mine.
So that's
Vacuum.
horrible, but we're laughing at his expense like we normally do.
Yeah.
And,
Well, Ricky, dick biting snakes. Let's go to Big Bird now, shall we? Yeah.
absolutely.
The famed bird announced the news on his official Twitter account today,
Clever.
informing his various follow that birders
Oh, jeez.
that although his wing is feeling a little sore, he's happy that the vaccine will, quote, give my body an extra protective boost that keeps me and others healthy. Rosita is a monster person on Sesame Street. Also got her first dose this weekend as well. So Sesame Street Muppets are now getting vaccines as well.
I wonder if any of the other Sesame Street characters got the vaccine, like the Count. If he went in and he says that's one shot, and then he went back 2 weeks later to get two.
No, probably not. I don't think he's a vampire. He doesn't need a shot.
I guess that's true. What I have heard is that the Cookie Monster has been going to a Tractor Supply and just like throwing ivermectin at his face. He's taking a different approach to the whole thing.
See, as for COVID, it won't get me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's more of the Joe Rogan type approach.
He's the Joe Rogan of the Muppets.
Yeah.
Yes. And Oscar the Grouch doesn't want people to be around him anyway, so
No,
he's good. He's socially
been
distanced.
socially distancing forever.
For 35 years. He's fine, yeah. So,
Yeah, well,
anyway,
I'm glad Big Bird's not gonna, contract the old vid, and
he can still get the bird flu, though.
that's true. He's still susceptible to that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they got a strange story out of upstate New York here. A man has been rescued after being trapped inside the walls of a theater in Syracuse. Firefighters were called at about 7:30 local time after someone was heard banging on the wall and pleading for help. It's believed the man was stuck inside a crawl space for 2 days.
Ugh. Well, that sucked.
Rescuers cut through the theater's walls and found him naked.
Okay.
Local media said.
Sure. Does it say why he was naked?
No, nowhere in here. I read this.
Nah,
earlier.
fuck it. I don't want to know that part. I mean,
no. Why would you want to know that?
Yeah.
In a statement on Facebook, Syracuse Fire Department said it was not clear how he'd gained access to the crawl space behind the wall. Speaking to Syracuse.com, a local news outlet, Landmark Theater director Mike Intaglietta said the man had been seen wandering around the building earlier in the week.
okay.
Employees who saw him lost track of his location and assumed he left, which is always a great idea. You see a strange man wandering around a place that you have to take care of. Yeah, he's not. I don't see him anymore. He must be gone.
Yeah. Where's that bum? I don't know. Good enough.
I don't know if he was entering to keep warm or to use the bathroom, Mr. Intaglietta said. Mm-hmm. John Kane, deputy chief of Syracuse Fire Department, told U.S. media that the man hid in a crawl space for 2 days and became trapped after he fell inside the wall of the theater's male bathrooms. This was like like Alice in Wonderland? How do you fall into the wall in the bathroom? I think that theater needs some upgrades.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. So, first of all, as a representative of the Noca News Network, the news no one cares about, two statements. One, please, when you take statements from officials like that, please take them from people whose last name we can pronounce. And two, if someone is naked in the story, find out why. And please include that because...
Well, at least tell us we don't know why he's naked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just be like, he was naked. For some reason. He wouldn't tell anybody. Right. And then I wouldn't bitch and complain. I'll still bitch and complain.
Well, yeah, of course you will.
So the man was missing and they just said to hell with it.
Yeah, apparently, until he somehow fell through a hole. Like, I don't know. I still don't understand a lot about what was going on in this story.
No, I'm very confused.
He was naked. We don't know why. He fell through a hole in the bathroom and wound up inside the walls. It's
like
very
Narnia
confusing.
or some shit.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Well, let's talk about another man that was missing, Ricky.
All right.
A man who was missing for 24 years.
That would be 24 for those of you keeping track.
Reappeared this week to allegedly stab his brother in the chest in the middle of the night.
Oh, God. Okay.
Ivo Rabinasser, a 42-year-old who vanished in 1997, allegedly attacked his brother Martin, 35, while the latter was sleeping in bed next to his wife.
Wait a minute. Next to...
I think Martin's, yes.
Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I was going to say, there's no wonder you stabbed the guy.
Yeah, I'd have stabbed his ass, too. Ivo had reportedly staked out his brother's house, sleeping in a tent in the woods nearby.
This guy doesn't sound insane at all.
Yeah, that's fine. According to La Stampa, I think that's the news agency here.
That's where we're getting our information.
Either Stuff Magazine or La Stampa. That's our go-to. Ivo said, quote, I felt a huge rage inside towards my brother, but I didn't want to kill him. I stayed alone with him while he was in agony on the bed, and I could have finished him, but I instead went to the kitchen, which is where the police found me.
You go downstairs to put an Eggo in the toaster or something?
He had to go get a Pop-Tart. Martin has since been hospitalized with serious injuries. A lawyer for Martin said he had been stabbed in the lung.
Oh, jeez.
Right in the fucking lung. The lawyer added, one theory is that Ivo was angry about the terms of their inheritance from their father, which included the house Martin still lives in, and has been neutering a grudge ever since.
Nurturing a grudge.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you've been neutering this show.
It looks like neuter. Anyway, again, this story doesn't say why this dude disappeared for 24 years.
No, I also kind of wonder, did his dad pass off the house to this other guy because the other son was gone when he died?
That's a good possibility.
Or did he die before he? I don't know. I don't just see. We would like that information.
Not only are these stories ones that no one cares about, they're stories no one will ever fucking figure out because we're not giving you any information.
Stories no one knows about, I guess.
Exactly. We should just read the first two sentences and stop because we're not helping any information.
Well, I hate to tell you, but this next story is almost as inexplicable as the rest of them.
Yeah, I had to look down and go, what's oh, yeah, that one's next. Okay.
We'll just go ahead and start it off. A pet monkey belonging to the girlfriend of Texas football assistant coach Jeff Banks allegedly attacked a child on Halloween.
Sure. Yeah. That all makes sense so far.
Banks' girlfriend, the woman he allegedly left his wife and kids for, is or was a stripper who goes by the name Pole Assassin.
What the fuck?
It's a fucking bizarro world here. Said monkey named Gia has been incorporated into her act. Let's take a minute just to...
Does the monkey strip too? Or
well, I don't know. Once again, more
pasties?
information would be...
Well, monkey pasties?
The football coach left his wife,
Yeah.
dated a stripper named
Yes.
Pole Assassin who owns a pet monkey. That's where we're at so far.
And this takes place in Texas?
Yes, and
makes sense, yeah.
said monkey bit a kid who was trick-or-treating on Halloween.
Sure.
Ms. Pole Assassin has also appeared on Jerry Springer. Just FYI. Throw that in.
I can't get it for Pole Assassin.
Yeah, I know. All right, her monkey bit a kid. She denied the attack but confirmed a bite. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Yeah.
It wasn't an attack, it was just a bite.
It's just a nibble. It's fine. Yeah.
The girlfriend tweeted about the incident, but she didn't exactly clear things up, as is the case with everything.
Well, this all tracks so
right,
far tonight on this episode.
According to the woman, there was no vicious attack, and the monkey was not in the haunted house that they'd set up in the backyard. So,
Oh, wait, okay. All right.
however, she seemed to confirm that a child aged 11 or 12 was indeed bitten by the monkey after wandering into a part of the yard that was not meant to be accessed. Well, I mean, you have what do you have? Some weird monkey cage in a dark corner? How was the kid not supposed to know?
Well, the Pole Assassin might have a weird. Wasn't that Hitler's nickname?
Oh, God.
The Pole Assassin?
Guy, I heard you. What's coming up in the second segment of the show, Dan?
We're going to be talking about a bear. We're going to be talking about Three Ninjas and Family Feud, an ongoing probe.
Noca News Network, the news no one cares about.
Noca News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious
I
flavored
knew.
popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel, your
You know, the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
white cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got.
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know. We'll
Maybe
see.
Popcorn Pop Rocks in it?
Everything they make is delicious.
It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some. Yeah, we got t-shirts. We got others too. And we got coffee mug. And fanny bags for you. And they're all from Noca News. NocaNews.store. Gotta go to NocaNews.store. NocaNews.store. Apparel's, collectibles, and more. NocaNews.store. Gotta go to NocaNews.store. NocaNews.store. You think singing like Hootie is gonna help sell some shit, or?
At least it wasn't that wagon wheel song.
Right, yeah. Welcome back. It's the Noca News Network. I'm still Ricky French, and Dan Colley's still here.
Yeah.
Yep. Business as usual. Hopefully, some shit will start making some more sense, but I wouldn't really
I'm not banking
count on that,
No. So a 26-foot tall Smokey Bear statue
Off to a good start on that. front, I
that
guess.
stands tall over the city of International Falls.
In Wisconsin, right? Probably.
Yes, I think. I'll have to look. He will no longer don earmuffs in the winter or fishing gear in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. The city council voted unanimously last week to prohibit dressing the iconic figure in any garb other than his traditional blue jeans, belt, buckle, and campaign hat with a shovel in his hand and his tits out for everyone to see.
Yeah, at least he's got pants on.
Yeah. Sun's out, guns out for old Smokey, I guess. For several decades, International Falls residents have dressed Smokey in different outfits depending on the season. Starting in the 1980s when locals knitted a 25-foot-long scarf and created giant mittens and earmuffs for him.
Oh, how cute.
But Mayor Harley Droba said, fuck all that. He reached out to it's Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. Yeah.
He reached out to other
pretty close.
Minnesota communities that were also home to famous giant statues,
Oh, did he now?
including Paul Bunyan and Babe and Bimidigi. Bimidigi?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Big Ol, the Viking in Alexandria,
What? I don't even know what that is.
the Jolly Green Giant in Blue Earth, and my dong piece in my pants.
I don't. That's not a giant statue. I know that's not true.
You haven't seen it.
No, I haven't. I just know.
Who told him they thought it was kind of crazy that International Falls decorated its famous fiberglass monument?
All right. So he calls up these other people and he's like, hey, I was just wondering, do you think it's weird that we put earmuffs on the Smokey? And they're like, yeah, you guys are a bunch of assholes.
You guys are fucking stupid. Let's see here. Smokey was originally built in 1954. The city just recently spent $30,000 restoring it. Mm-hmm. He said that his father worked for Minnesota State Forestry Division for 36 years, and Smokey the Bear was a big deal in our family.
This guy seems like a real chotch bag, if you ask me. First of all, I don't give a shit. It was like when John Kasich was running for president and all he got out of his mouth was how his dad was a mailman. That's how I feel about this guy.
Yeah.
I could not give less of a shit about what his dad did for a living, and he shouldn't be giving as much of a shit as he does about what other people think about what they put on their statue.
Yeah, the council voted 4-0 to prohibit dressing the Smokey Bear statue. That means that even in the dead of winter, in the self-proclaimed icebox of the nation, Smokey will remain shirtless.
That's just kind of one of those things. It does. In all actuality, I don't really care either way, of course.
I give two fucks,
But it's kind of annoying. Like, these people that live there like to put this shit on the fucking statue, and who's this guy to come along and stop it?
I guess if you spend $30,000 to restore it, you don't want it covered up or whatever. But this just sounds like a real prick waving fucking little dick party thing. Yeah. Oh, I've got a big penis. I'm gonna make Smokey the Bear.
Yeah, hell, I see that. And speaking of penises, got another story for you.
You're welcome.
This comes out of your home state, the great state of Kentucky.
It's a Commonwealth.
Excuse the fuck out of me. You in Virginia and New Hampshire, you got that going for you.
Yeah, we're a bunch of pricks.
A Corbin, Kentucky woman is facing several charges, including second-degree assault, after she allegedly stabbed her cousin following an argument over a sex toy.
Yeah. That all makes sense. I've been to Corbin.
Okay.
Yeah.
According to an arrest citation, an officer was dispatched to Mitchell Hill Road on Saturday afternoon in reference to a stabbing. It states that Crystal Denham, or Denham is really,
it doesn't
who knows
matter
how she pronounces
Crystal.
it.
Yeah.
The most important thing is that, of course, her name is Crystal. Called 911 stating she stabbed her cousin, Michael Barton, who was also her neighbor. He lives in the trailer
Next door.
on
Sure.
her grandfather's property, I'm sure, is how that all worked out.
Down by the river.
Denham,
Well, actually, Corbin would be down by the railroad tracks.
Denham was sweeping the porch when an officer got to the scene, so, at least she was...
Trying to clean the AstroTurf.
Denham told the officer Barton came to her home and they got into an argument over the sex toy. See, here's the problem. She borrowed it and he wanted it back. That's it. Things are tight down there. Family's got to share.
I don't know how tight they were after they were done with that sex toy. See, here's the thing. Everyone thinks that because I'm from Kentucky. Everyone from Kentucky are a bunch of cousin fuckers.
Well, some of them don't
Not
fuck each other.
necessarily each other, but there's cousins involved, it sounds like, down there. I mean, at least in this particular trailer park.
They're not involved with each other. They just, they're pooling their resources. Sure. It sounds like.
Yeah. They probably went in together in halvesies.
The citation says she told him to get off her property that she pays a $130 lot fee for. And when he grabbed her by the elbow, she used the kitchen knife she was holding, for some reason, to stab him.
Yeah, that'll teach you.
Barton's injuries...
Don't just go grabbing people.
Barton's injuries were considered minor, and he refused medical treatment. He told the officer Denham began acting crazy, and she stabbed him when he went to leave. Yeah, there's nothing crazy about any of this.
No, this is all...
When the officer told Denham...
100% sounds right. Yeah.
When the officer told Denham she was under arrest, the citation says Denham started to yell and said she wasn't going to jail, which never works out. The officer pulled out a taser, and according to the citation, she, quote, formed a fist with each of her hands, bleated her body in a fighting stance, swelled her chest out, and began approaching the officer. The officer stepped to the side and pushed Denham to where she became compliant and placed under arrest. So she made a big scene, and he...
For nothing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She was charged with second-degree assault, second-degree disorderly conduct, menacing, and resisting arrest.
The only difference between Kentucky and Florida is they have theme parks.
Yeah, right.
Better weather.
Yeah. I wonder if the real issue at hand here was that the cousin was under the impression that they were going to use the toy together, but that hadn't worked out.
Maybe. It could have been one of them double headers. Something like
what
that.
do you think, if you had to guess, what the nature of this particular toy, which it doesn't give any more info about, but
No, it could have.
it's apparently one that's able to be used by both a male and a female.
So like a bluegrass boner of some sort.
Yeah. That's my assumption. What do you think the actual name of it might have been? Because there's different things you can buy.
The Colonel?
The Colonel.
Finger licking good, Ricky.
Or the colonel, maybe.
The Colonel.
It's spelled the same, but it's not exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
The Kentucky Wild Ass might be. It's sort of a take on the.
Fort Cox.
That's where they bought it. Probably.
Yeah, that's
the big superstore where they go to. Yeah,
we gotta go to Corbin and go to Fort Cox.
It's right off the highway there.
Sure, right off 75 there. Yeah.
I think it might have been the Hot Brown. It might have been. That might have been the one.
That's a big.
That might have been the one.
How about my old Kentucky bone?
Yeah, this is straightforward, nostalgic.
Yeah,
proud.
old-timey.
Yeah. Churchill Pounds.
Churchill Pounds. Yeah.
Could have been what it was.
Jim's Beam. It's aged for at least 3 years.
Stupid. The Appalachian Rail. Just take a nice trip. It's beautiful this time of year.
Look at the leaves.
The
leaves are changing colors.
Got leaves.
Oh, how about dildo, y'all?
That was pretty straightforward.
Dildo, y'all.
That was pretty straightforward.
It was going to say dildo mall, but the other stores got pissed, so they had to change it to dildo, y'all.
Yeah.
Well, It's a damn shame that she wanted he wouldn't give her the toy back so she could fill her mammoth cave.
She needs something for that Cumberland Gap, I guess.
That's it. Fucking Kentucky. I told you the only difference between Kentucky and Florida is they have theme park rides and, well, this theme song. This comes out of Panama City Beach, which, again, I've been there as well.
Spring break!
Yeah, exactly. I just missed it. Security cameras captured a man vandalizing broadcasting equipment at a gray television station. That's the name.
Oh,
Gray.
they just didn't paint the building gray?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't run by little aliens.
Okay.
Taking its channels off the air, WJHG reported. Glad I don't work there because it's hard to say them call letters.
It is.
Video shows the person severing and removing cables from 9 satellites around 9:30 p.m. Sunday outside of WJHG's offices. Crews worked all day and into the night Monday to make repairs and get them back on the air.
I'm sure, because how else are you going to watch Night Court in that particular area?
Exactly. WJHG employee first noticed signals were out Sunday and went outside to check. The employee said he found a man he didn't recognize near one of the satellite dishes. The man told the employee that he was with Tyndall Air Force Base and was told to cut the wires due to power issue.
Now that makes sense. Sure.
None of it does.
Nope.
Saying he was tasked because he lived nearby and was with the Navy.
My boss was like, hey, you're in the neighborhood. Why don't you go knock out those satellites?
Yeah.
For the Navy.
Exactly. They said that this person knew what he was doing and how to disable it, make it very difficult to repair the satellite dishes.
Well, I mean, I have a little technical expertise, but I don't think you need to know a lot to know that if you cut cables in half, shit doesn't work.
I just start hacking shit apart, man. The employee said the man he saw was dressed in a dark jacket and camouflage pants Sunday. So if they were looking for help from the public to find this man.
Yeah, which I think since that story ran, they actually did arrest the guy. Am I right about that?
Yes, they did. In a Noca news update.
We don't have a lot of those.
Not very often. Hopefully we can get one about the cousin dildo thing. Bay County Sheriff's deputies arrested Nicholas Allen Johnson, 51, of Panama City Beach, Thursday night. Okay. He had been charged with criminal mischief. According to the report, Johnson was found near News Channel 7 on Front Beach Road Thursday afternoon. So he was back towards the station, just, I don't know, dicking around. The report says he admitted to damaging cables to the satellites and the cables on the telephone pole outside the station. They said that he did it so he could get attention of cable companies so that they would clean up all the loose cables around the community and improve transmission signals.
Somehow I don't think that worked out properly for him.
No, this also is not the first time that Johnson has been arrested.
Oh, imagine that.
A look at court records shows he was arrested earlier this year on aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and is on probation.
Was he going around with the same bolt cutters he used to cut those cables? And
Sawzall or something. I don't know, but I don't think he'll be getting more than 3 channels when he's in the pokey.
No.
So it shouldn't be that big of a problem. So,
well, we're going to stick around in Florida here. This comes out of St. Petersburg.
All right.
Sarah Martinez and her family woke up last month to the sound of chainsaws, which in a movie that would be very frightening, but
or it means they're at a Jackal concert.
Yeah. It could mean that, I suppose. They say they heard branches hit their roof and ran outside to see 3 men in their big oak tree cutting it down.
Okay.
I yelled for them to stop, but the tree was too far gone, Martinez said. It turns out a neighbor was the one that hired St. Petersburg-based Tree Ninjas Tree Service.
Tree Ninjas Strike Back.
I wonder if that's supposed to be a reference to that film franchise or not.
I'm going to assume yes. Was Rob Schneider with them?
It didn't say. Probably, though. I don't know what else he's doing now that Adam Sandler's not touring.
Yeah.
They hired tree ninjas to cut down a diseased tree, but workers got the wrong house and the wrong tree. Martinez said no one knocked on the door to double check before they started cutting the tree down. She said the workers called their boss and Ronnie Poundall showed up. Okay.
Ronnie Pounddown?
Ronnie Poundall.
Poundall. Sounds like an 80s porn name. Hey, I'm Ronnie Poundall. I'm here to take care of your tree for you.
Ronnie Poundall. I guess it's Poundall. I don't know. We'll go with that.
Yeah, Poundall. Go ahead.
We said to him, mistakes happen. This is a mistake, but we just need you to do the right thing and fix it. And he said he would.
Fucking duct tape the tree
I
back
don't
together.
know how you fix that, but
Hot glue.
The couple wanted their sod replaced.
Oh, okay.
The stump ground down.
Oh, yeah.
I think Poundall's grinded plenty of stumps in his day.
Oh, I'll grind that stump for you. Don't you worry about it, lady.
See, I told you, it's one of the accents you have. One of the roots removed. They wanted broken sprinkler heads replaced. So even if this was the right house with the right tree,
They still tore up everything.
exactly.
Bunch of assholes.
They wanted the yard put back together and a replacement tree. He came back and did some work, but they weren't happy still.
Oh, okay.
He said, "I don't have the equipment for this. You guys are asking too much. Good luck," Martinez said. Hey, I'm Ronnie Poundall. Good luck. He said, "I said there's a huge root, which wasn't."
Anyway, yeah, I know. That's why I got into the adult film business. That's why they call me Poundall.
Martinez says, "I said there's a huge root, which was there. It's sticking out of the ground." And he told me, "Well, the root was there before I got here." and I said, "Well, yeah, but it was connected to a tree."
This guy's way funnier. What the fuck's that guy's name for Three Ninjas I said a minute ago?
Rob Schneider?
Yeah, that guy's funnier than Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
So is Poundall.
Poundall, I guess we'll go
Yeah.
with, went, let's see, I don't know what this is in reference to, but Better Call Bankin showed up with questions, and my assumption is that's like a local news investigative reporter guy, you know,
All right.
what those
Sure. I-Team or
yeah,
whatever.
right,
investigate,
whatever.
yeah.
He later sent this statement and promised to make things right. Tree Ninjas accepts responsibility for cutting the wrong tree. Apologize and ask what we could do to fix our mistake. We have removed the tree, dump fees, ground the stump, and delivered sod at our expense. We additionally agreed to pay for soil prep and sod install. We purchased a new 15-foot live oak. Tree Ninja strives daily for the highest level of customer service.
I told the broad, if you just settle down, I'll take care of your trip, too.
Listen, lady, if you quit bitching at me, I might could do something for you.
Was that good enough for Blumkin? The Call Blumkin guy?
Oh, yeah, whatever it was. Poundall said the new tree should be delivered Friday.
Yo, lady, don't worry, the log will be there Friday for you.
Get off my fucking jock about this already. If the name Ronnie Poundall sounds familiar, it should. According to this story.
It should, because you remember raiding your dad's porno stash when you were a kid.
This isn't the first time a consumer called me to get answers from Ronnie.
That's right.
According to Mr. Blumkin or whatever the fuck his name is. In 2016, consumers complained he sold motorcycles on consignment and didn't pay the owner or hand over the titles. No, he's selling motorcycles without giving people the titles. This sounds like a real fucking class act, this guy. One customer turned in his Hummer as part of a consignment deal.
Yeah, he did. Hey, Pound knows all about them Hummers, Ricky.
And found him, and Mr. Blumkin says he found him driving it around for personal use. The same year...
Oh, shit, that Blumkin's behind me. Hit the gas.
The same year, I found him renting out a foreclosed home to a family who then got kicked out by the bank. He just found an empty foreclosed house.
This guy's a
Hey, you want to rent this place?
We only shoot here on the weekends.
Ronnie Poundall I like how I'm just going with that as his name now. Was arrested in 2017 by the Pinellas Park Police Department and was charged with dealing in stolen property, title fraud, scheme to defraud, and grand theft. Pinellas Park police investigators said Poundall sold a 2012 Harley Davidson with the intent to deprive the other person.
Hey, you want to bite this hog? I got a big old hog for you. Yeah. I'm Ronnie Poundall.
Yeah, that was his catchphrase. I'm Ronnie Poundall. Very clever.
Most adult features aren't renowned for their writing.
I suppose that's true.
Ronnie Poundall was a giant pud. Now, talking about a giant spud.
I don't know. I guess I got to give you credit for that.
And lucky for me, this takes place in New Zealand, another place I'm very good with.
Here we go.
Impressions. A New Zealand couple cleaning out their vegetable garden was astounded when they unearthed an enormous potato that weighs a staggering 17 pounds.
Oh, yep.
Colin and Donna Craig Brown reportedly made the incredible discovery back in August as they were in the process of preparing for the forthcoming spring season down under. As Colin was attempting to turn some soil over with
Ronnie
a hoe.
Poundall have a movie called Spring Season Down Under?
He did.
At some point?
Yeah, he also was trying to turn some soil over with a hoe in that movie, just like Colin. Mm-hmm. The tool struck a sizable solid object that made him stop in his tracks.
Oh, no.
Carefully and slowly digging around the oddity, he eventually pulled a massive and wildly misshapen potato out of the ground.
Yeah, if this is the Ronnie Poundall I'm thinking of, that applies too.
Yeah. The jaw-dropping spud was so peculiar that
Jaw-dropping stud, I think is one of his.
S-P-U-D, yeah. Or it's a jaw-droppings pud, one of the two, depending on if this was a typo or not. It was so peculiar that Colin and Donna actually debated whether or not it was potato until they poked it with a fork, and that confirmed that to be the case. The couple believes...
This is riveting.
Yeah, I know. If I do dramatic voice, it helps. The couple believes that the tremendous tuber, which they dubbed...
That was another Ronnie Poundall.
I know, the tremendous tuber. Hey, I'm Ronnie Poundall. I'm a potato farmer. Look at my tremendous tuber, lady.
The attack of the tremendous tuber.
The tremendous tuber, which they dubbed Doug.
They named it Doug?
Yeah. Had been growing unnoticed in their garden for the past 2 years, and that was the last time they had planted potatoes.
Okay.
Their amazement was compounded when they eventually put the vegetable on a scale and saw that it weighed an extraordinary 17 pounds.
Oh, sure, that's a big potato, but it's not that impressive.
Well,
if you've seen Ronnie Poundall.
17, huh? That's it. 17 pounds. That sounds like a light day for me. He tries to get about 23 pounds in a day.
I got the. Yeah.
A subsequent check online found that the spud easily surpassed the current record holder for the title of the world's largest potato, which is a mere 11 pounds.
Oh, fuck that potato.
Yeah, that's limp dick potato.
Bullshit.
However, the couple and Doug now find themselves in something of a race against time, as it could take up to 12 weeks for Guinness to confirm the tuber's championship status.
I can't even believe we're talking about this.
As such, the Craig Browns have wrapped the potato in 2 plastic bags and are keeping it in their freezer in order to prevent it from losing too much water weight before the final judgment from Guinness can be handed down. Should the spud be awarded the title, Donna declared that there will be a celebration. However, Doug's fate beyond that point remains uncertain, as self-described hobbyist homebrewer Craig has considered using the tuber to create a special vodka, or, failing that, has jokingly mused, "We're fenced it off, and I reckon I could charge at least $5 admission."
Well, I'm glad
2 tubs of sour cream, and
I'm glad we're covering the really important happenings in the world.
Yeah.
Matt.
So Doug the Spud.
Oh, God, we're idiots.
In New Zealand. And not once did I do the accent.
Well, good.
You're welcome.
That is a plus.
That's true.
What's coming up in the last segment of the show?
All right, segment 3, we're going to continue on the Poundall train.
Oh, great.
And we're going to be talking about a full-on Beaver, Moon.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about Pittsburgh, and we're going to be doing a flying humanoid in the paranormal news.
Noca News Network, the news. It's probably a good thing that no one cares about.
Local News Network.
Hey, Dan, you know what I love?
Yeah. You love long walks on the beach and slow meandering streams.
You know what else I love?
Popcorn?
Yeah, delicious
I knew
flavored
it.
popcorn.
It's because we're doing a popcorn commercial.
From Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn, as to be more specific.
Yeah, every other popcorn sucks.
Grandma Bev's has a delicious variety of flavors to choose from.
Like Pop's Secret, they're owned by Nazis.
Yep. I'm not gonna refute that. They've got cinnamon roll popcorn.
Ricky, I once heard Orville Redenbacher killed a man.
They've got your kettle corn, your caramel, your
You know, the people who run Jiffy Pop are a bunch of racists.
white cheddar ghost pepper.
Yep.
Cheddar jalapeno.
I really think that all other popcorn brands are members of the Illuminati and control the government.
Whatever. They've got the movie theater butter. They've got.
Is it the mad scientist professors over at Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn always concocting new flavors?
They're working on stuff, Dan. Get off their backs.
How about maybe something like a Fruity Pebble flavor?
They're trying some shit. I don't know. We'll
Maybe
see.
Popcorn Pop Rocks in it?
Everything they make is delicious.
It is delicious. So it doesn't matter what they come up with. It's going to be good ass.
Yeah, go to grandmabevs.shop and, go on and get you some. Yeah, we got t-shirts. We got hoodies too. And we got coffee mug. And fanny bags for you. And they're all from Noca News. Noca News.store. Gotta go to NocaNews.store. Noca News.store. Apparel's collectibles and more. Noca News.store. Gotta go to NocaNews.store. Noca News.store. You think singing like Hootie is gonna help sell some shit, or?
At least it wasn't that wagon wheel song.
Right, yeah. Welcome back. Noca News Network. The news clearly no one cares about. I'm Ricky Frenchen with Dan Colley.
This has been as pointless listening to Eddie Money.
A little more sad, surprisingly. All right, Dan. Last segment of the big 36th episode of the show. Forgot to mention that. I like to do that just in case you lost track or you weren't paying attention to whatever you're listening to this on and it just says it right there. I like to mention it. It's the big 36th episode.
What? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I know.
I was just thinking we should get a shirt that says the hot brown on it.
Well, I guess I could design that, but I probably won't.
Nah.
All right, I know I'm really in for it here. Going into this next story with you, you're going to make this difficult for me.
Yes,
but we're going to do it anyway.
Yep. You signed up for the shit.
I know. According to the Old Farmer's Almanac, a full beaver moon will rise on Friday, November 19th. Accompanied by a near total lunar eclipse.
Of the heart.
No. All right, well, we're off and rolling. Haven't heard any bullshit yet.
No.
The beaver moon will reach peak illumination at 3:59 a.m. Friday morning. That is Eastern time if you're looking to see that full beaver moon. So be sure to look up after sunset on November 18th to catch a glimpse of said beaver moon. Likewise, the near total lunar eclipse will reach its maximum at approximately 4 a.m. on November 19th. Visible from most of North America, 98% of the moon will be covered by the Earth's shadow at the height of the eclipse. Due to the moon's point of orbit at the time, this lunar eclipse will last noticeably longer than most, over 3 hours versus the typical 60 minutes. So that beaver moon is it's not trying to get things over quickly. It's in there for the long haul. Mm-hmm. As it's not a full lunar eclipse, the beaver moon will not be a true blood moon. Thank God it's not that time of the month. So it will still be a wondrous sight to behold. The beaver moon is named as such because as it rises, its namesake rodents begin to take shelter in their lodges. So I don't know what you were thinking, Dan, but that's what it is. During the time of the fur trade in North America, the beaver moon's rising coincided with the peak beaver trapping season, the almanac said. Mm-hmm. Alternative monikers for the November moon also highlight animals' winter preparations, such as the geese-going moon and the digging moon. Check out the Old Farmer's Almanac to see when this month's full beaver moon and partial lunar eclipse will be visible in your area.
Well, that sounds pretty interesting. I know you like looking at asteroids and meteor showers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, will you be checking out the beaver moon?
I don't know. This is unprecedented. I don't know how we got here. I really don't.
I was looking this up a little bit earlier when we went through the stories earlier and checked out different monikers, like you said, the geese going moon or whatever.
Yeah.
It's also known as the Poon moon.
No, it isn't. You fucking asshole.
And I prefer the my beaver moons with a little lunar landing strip.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got there eventually. I knew it would happen.
You know, when I was younger, I was interested in astronomy and space and stuff like that. And, you know, there's a lot of they call like the Sea of Tranquility on the moon.
Yeah, right.
And there's always a little man in the boat right there on the beaver moon too.
Is that so?
Yeah. Do you know where that is?
I believe I do.
Okay. If you don't know where the man on the boat is on the beaver moon, then they're not gonna call you back. Probably.
Okay, Dan. Thank you.
Speaking of men in little boats, an Orange County beach man was arrested in Pensacola after being accused of intentionally crashing his boat into another.
Of course.
Kenneth Gordon, 52, is charged with reckless operation of a vessel, failure to report an accident.
You know who else has been charged with reckless operation of a vessel?
Who's that?
Ronnie Poundall.
Yeah. Also aggravated battery with that thing. Criminal mischief. The boat crash occurred August 14th between a Seafoam Green 2020 Nautic Star.
Oh, not a Nautic Star.
A Seafoam Green one, as a matter of fact.
Well, what, you mean you can't... If it's Seafoam Green, then no wonder they ran into each other. You couldn't
see it.
Yeah, exactly.
And a black 2018 Key West.
Oh, that's a top of the line.
It is.
I have no idea.
Both boats were registered to Alabama residents, according to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
The last thing Florida needs is fuckers from Alabama to come over and start causing trouble. They have enough of their own things to deal with.
That's right. Get your boat the fuck out of here. The people on board the boat that was hit said they were passing by when the wake from their boat caused Gordon's boat to rock. The people on Gordon's boat became agitated.
Okay.
If the boat is a rocking, don't come a knocking. That's what Ronnie Poundall always says.
Whatever.
He always says, "Hey, it's me, Ronnie Poundall."
It's Poundall, Dan. It's not even, but that's what we said it was.
Poundall always says, "Hey, it's me, Ronnie Poundall." That's my catchphrase.
Yeah, right.
Gordon's boat then caught up.
Pound down, or whatever the fuck you say. We don't know.
Hey, it's me, fucking Ronnie. Gordon's boat then caught up a short time later and collided with the boat, causing two passengers of Gordon's boat to be ejected into the water.
Oh, shit.
A witness said Gordon picked up the two people that were ejected from his boat and left the area. She said she believed the operator of the first boat, Gordon, was intoxicated.
You don't say.
I did say. The boat crash was reported to dispatch near Robertson Island. Witnesses also reported seeing Gordon yelling, and they say Gordon intentionally crashed his boat into the other one. Gordon had 4 broken ribs and a collapsed lung.
Oh, so it shit didn't work out well for him either.
No, he should have been a dickhead. Other passengers on Gordon's boat reported back pain and bruising, as most starlets that have ever worked with Ronnie Poundall has complained on. Sure. Passengers on the other boat, much like the starlets, reported back pain and knee injuries.
Oh, Jesus.
It'll cost about $6,000
so many things
to repair the boat's damage. Gordon was booked Monday into the Escambia County Jail and released Tuesday on $5,500 bond.
Well, good for him. You know, Dan's not normal, but he isn't really necessarily paranormal. That was like my back pocket, oh shit segue that I've had since we started doing this.
It's been an oh shit episode.
Finally had to pull it out.
That was your ejection seat there, Goose.
Yeah, right. Yeah. A couple in Scotland were left scratching their heads when they spotted a puzzling object floating over the city of Glasgow, and some suspect that the oddity could be a flying humanoid. According to a local media report, the strange sighting occurred earlier this week when Lindsay Curry and her boyfriend noticed the peculiar UFO in the sky outside their apartment in the neighborhood of Maryhill. The witnesses came up with a clever way of capturing the curious scene on film as they placed a set of binoculars in front of a cell phone, which managed to provide a fairly close view of the peculiar object. In the video, Curry asks her boyfriend what he thinks they're watching, and he wisely muses that it's literally a UFO because it's unidentified. I don't know how wise that was.
Fucking witty.
Later, he theorizes that it might be a weather balloon since it's too big to be a drone.
He's definitely known for that Scottish wit that Scotland's known for.
However, more imaginative viewers have noted the object appears to sport a head, arms, and legs, which has led to speculation that it could be a flying humanoid. That said, as we saw this week with the helicopter footage from the LAPD, there's a strong possibility that the UFO could be an errant decorative balloon from Halloween that wound up floating over Glasgow, which I did not see. I'm kind of familiar with this story.
Yeah, so remember how we did a story about the jetpack guy by the airport?
Yeah, right.
They're saying it was a Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas helium balloon because the helicopter had footage of that, and it's Jack Skellington. This balloon is he's up there flying around and fucking, this is Halloween bullshit.
Right.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, mystery is solved, I guess.
Yeah. Now, if we could just figure out what Nessie actually was the whole time, then we'll be set, I guess. And Scotland can fuck off.
Like a stick.
A stick.
A branch. That's my guess.
Maybe it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're about to say.
3 people are suing Oklahoma County Jail employees who investigators found forced them to stay in handcuffed for hours and listen to the children's song Baby Shark on repeat.
Oh, they should be sued, I guess.
Attorneys for 3 former inmates filed the civil rights lawsuit Monday in Oklahoma City federal court, according to the Oklahoman.
One of my favorite publications, the Oklahoman.
Daniel Hedrick, Joseph Joey Mitchell, what a witty nickname for Joey, and John Basco are suing Oklahoma County Commissioners Sheriff Tommy Johnson III and jail trust and 2 former jailers, describing the disciplinary tactics as torture events.
Yeah, I don't even have kids that force me to listen to that piece of shit, and I agree with them. It's still torturous.
Well, the criminal investigation last year determined that at least four inmates were secured to a wall with their hands cuffed behind them while the song played on a loop at a loud volume for hours in 2 separate incidents in November and December 2019. In the lawsuit, attorneys called repeatedly playing Baby Shark a known device to torment.
Well, what was that shit? I think at Guantanamo Bay, they played Nickelback real loud all the time to torture people. I think that's a real thing. I'm not making a joke. That's a real thing, I think.
Yeah, that shit is horrible.
Yeah.
You play it right now, and I'm probably going to leave.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I won't.
No.
Wouldn't subject myself to that.
Good. A fourth former jail inmate, Brandon Newell, did not join the lawsuit as he was convicted of first-degree murder a month after the torture incident and was sentenced to life in prison.
Okay.
Well, I would say that maybe he has a defense that it was driven him to madness.
I suppose that's possible.
2 former detention employees, Gregory Cornell Butler Jr., has too long of a name, and Christian Charles Miles, both 21, and their supervisor, Christopher Raymond Hendershot, 50, were charged with misdemeanor counts of cruelty to prisoner and conspiracy as a result of the investigation. A jury trial in the criminal case is set for February.
Well, I guess in this case, the song probably went beyond Baby Shark, Mama Shark to like Arsonist Shark. Do. Let's get out of here. Let's put this thing out of its misery.
Please do.
Some good news, Dan.
Oh, the show's over?
The Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership has announced more details about plans for the 2021 Highmark Light Up Night celebration. I knew you were waiting on this information, and it's finally here.
Yeah, I can barely control my heart on.
It was previously announced that this year's Light Up Night would be held on Saturday, November 20th, rather than the Friday celebration of years past.
All right. Now, see, that's complete bullshit. Why are they fucking with tradition here and trying to change the dates on me? I've already got my vacation scheduled already. Now I have to go back and try to change my vacation dates.
I know. They're putting it on that Saturday instead of the Friday.
Well, no, see, you need that Friday night to do it because it's such a wild kegger of a party that you need Saturday and Sunday to recoup. I'm only going to have one day to recoup now. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be like shit on Monday when it comes to work.
You're going to have to take that Monday off or something.
Oh, man, this is ridiculous.
The Pittsburgh Downtown Partnership said the event will include more vendors at the People's Gas Holiday Market, whatever the fuck that is, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary.
Yeah, it's a decade-long celebration.
BJ Sounds of the Stage. No, not those BJ Sounds, I hope. Will bring live musical performances to Market Square.
Like Nickelback?
I hope not, but it sort of sounds like a BJ, I suppose. And the world's largest pickle ornament will be on display at EQT Plaza.
God, Pittsburgh's stupid.
Fireworks displays are also being promised at this year's event, with the biggest fireworks display set to be the BNY Mellon Fireworks Spectacular featuring Zambelli fireworks.
Zambelli. Hey, I'm Zambelli Fireworks. You want me to blow some shit up for you? I'll blow some fucking shit up for you.
You met my buddy Ronnie Poundall. He's going to help set everything up.
Oh, Poundall. He's really going to fuck it all up over here. Three Rivers Stadium. Go Buccos. Roethlisberger.
Let's get this over with. I think it's about time to put this one to rest.
You know who never rests?
Oh, I don't know. Who is that, Dan?
Ronnie Poundall.
Yes. How did I know that was where we were going there? All right. This brings us to the end of another episode of the Noca News Network, I guess. You could call it that.
Factually correct statement. This was another episode of the Noca News Network.
If you would like to check out any of our merchandise, and I don't know why you would, you can do that at NocaNews.store.
Maybe we should make a Ronnie Poundall shirt.
No, that won't be happening. If you'd like to contact us, you can do so Facebook.com/Noca News Network or on Twitter @NewsNoca.
You know, he was born in Jersey into a military family.
I'm sure he was. You can send an email about anything, particularly if it involves, questions about Dan's sanity or morality. You can do that at newsroom@NocaNews.com.
He traveled around the country until he was 13 and his father left the family. He had a rough time, Ronnie did then.
Please call the Noca News Network hotline. Leave us a voicemail. You can do that 614-398-0770.
As a small child, he dreamt of being a podiatrist. Didn't work out for him, though. He had to get a job when he was younger to help take care of the bills.
You know what else? I heard he also traveled around the country burying porno movies in every state, and then now that's how we have all the porno movies.
Yep,
Yeah.
pretty much. You know, his
legendary character.
You do know his last name, Poundall, is a stage name, right?
No, Dan, I wasn't familiar with that.
Yeah, his real last name is Johnson.
Noca News Network.